What's up, YouTube? Mr. Lemon here, and today I just have one simple question. Has Blizzard gone too far in giving away Annihilus charms? Now, I'd love to talk about where we came from and where we are, right? Because where we came from is initially you had SOJs sold on a specific server, and there were only a specific number of games on that server, right? I think like 200 to 300, something like that. Probably like 300-ish, something around there. I don't remember the exact number. Somebody in chat in the comments will, I'm sure, tell me, or chat will correct me, but a few hundred maximum right there. That would spawn declone. Now, of course, to get this, you had to go through the whole IP hunting thing, and it was honestly a big nightmare. You had to have special software. You were blocking off different IPs to try and increase your chance of getting on the game server that was going to drop it. And it was a whole thing. At the same time, it probably led to more ANNIs being hoarded by fewer people, right? Like if you were a group of 100 people or just a few people who had many accounts, you could log on, just search, spend a few hours getting all of that, sell off the SOJs, and collect a bunch of ANNIs, which you could then go and trade for some nice value. From my gathering, now I always was able to get ANNIs, growing up and everything, but I also played a lot and would accumulate a lot of wealth. But from talking and hearing a lot of people didn't really get ANNIs. They were like, wow, this is the first time I've ever got an Annihilus. Like, I've never had this before. This is awesome. And I was like, oh, wow, I didn't realize that was such like a common thing people were saying. So where they switched to, of course, today is now they've gotten rid of that whole back-end IP, everything. Instead, an entire region walks, right? An entire region will walk, which means all of the games that are open, thousands and thousands and thousands, I imagine, tens of thousands potentially if people are expecting a walk. Every single one of those people gets an ANNI. And I didn't think we were going to have a ton of walks. But I take it all back now. I mean, it's insane. We're getting like 3 walks a day at least, it seems. There's constantly, there's a walk on Asia, and then an hour later there's a walk on NA, then there's a walk on EU, then another one on NA that day. I mean, it's just all over the place. People are dumping these SOJs and just powering out thousands of ANNIs. It must be profitable. Even at that, I guess, especially if you can try and get yourself like a 2020X or something that could pay for a lot. But at this point, we're now just sitting on pools and pools of ANNIs. And it feels like every day I just accumulate a few more, and we can't give them away fast enough. Between yesterday and today, we've gathered like 10 more ANNIs to give away, and it just keeps going. And so, like I say, do you believe this is too much? Do you believe it's gone too far and ANNI has lost, any sense of value and purpose and anything there? Do you think that it's good because, hey, you know what? Let's give ANNI just to everybody, and it shouldn't be so gate locked and whatever. It just should be something that's more easily accessible to everybody and a fun thing. Or do you think there's somewhere on the in-between? Personally, I think the in-between is kind of where it should be. Maybe it's more SOJs need to be sold because it is going to be server-wide there. Maybe it's something along the lines of you just scrap that entire server idea, and instead it goes to kind of the single player where you sell one SOJ in a game, you get one ANNI. I think that's kind of fun. Unfortunately, that would limit it down again to just people that can get an SOJ. So I could see people being a little bit like, I don't like that as much, because it's going to scrap too much. But at the same time, it's like you can go farm, Nightmare and Dario for 8 hours and definitely find yourself an SOJ. It's not a crazy difficult item to find if you're target farming it. So, it's not crazy hard to get. But looking at kind of the average player, is that something that they all can do? Is that something that they want to do or have the time to do or anything? I don't know. So I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts because like I say, I'm just sitting on a giant page full of Annies and looking at it and just going, this just feels a little bit, a little much, a little different than I was expecting it to be. So, who knows? Anyways, I'd love to hear you guys' thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And I'll catch you guys next time, YouTube. Stay classy. Peace.